It is the RIOT podcast. Good day. Welcome to your Monday show.
Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, we all made it through. Mm-hmm. We got some rest. It didn't help me that much.
Someone's got some sniffles.
A little bit, yeah. It's tough.
It doesn't seem like you got worse because sometimes when you start doing the show, you either it works itself out and you feel better, or you just start to go downhill really fast. And it doesn't seem like you've gone downhill, at least sound-wise.
The other tough thing is that if I was just going to any other job, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. You might not even notice I'm sick. It's just because I have to talk that you can hear the alterations in my voice. So that, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I feel fine. It's a little annoying, but I feel fine. It's just, I wish everybody didn't have to hear me like this.
Listen, I love the famous last words of it. Like, I feel fine. It's fine. It's no problem.
Everything's so great.
Now that Isaiah feels better, then there's Hudson. I'm leaving because I don't want anything.
Yeah.
So.
He's like, I'm out of here.
No, we're catching you just in time. Starting tomorrow, you're going to feel under the weather.
You guys manage the rest of the couple of shows before Thanksgiving,
We'll figure it out.
Today on the show, we talked a little bit about Thanksgiving and how you could use Red Lobster as a possible dish in your Thanksgiving meal.
Does that appeal to you as well? It does.
I think that sounds fantastic.
Did you see the recipe though?
I saw the picture of it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the in-depth.
It's the Cheddar Bay Biscuit stuffing mix that you can make.
You wouldn't like it.
Why are you weirded out by the carrots and the celery?
That doesn't belong in. Isaiah, back me up here. Does that belong in the stuffing?
Celery's in stuffing all the time.
I don't know. I don't even know what's in stuffing.
You just
I have no
eat the
idea.
stuffing.
I just eat it. Because if I know what's in it, then I won't like it. That's how things go for me.
I might give you the carrots, might be an odd choice, but celery is almost always in stuffing.
In your stuffing?
No, even if you buy the box mix, you just don't know it's ground up in there.
You can't buy the box. If it's dehydrated, so it's basically celery powder, that's one thing. You don't need chopped up celery.
Fresh?
You don't need that.
Okay.
No, but it's unnecessary.
All right.
I think it's one of those things too that like I said, if I don't know what's in it, like I'll just like it way more. But if I know like there's carrots in it or celery in it, then I'll think about it and then like I'll be like, oh yeah, that's like what that part is that I don't like probably, or that's like what that flavor or texture is, and then all of a sudden I'm overthinking.
And again, you think it's this awful ingredient. Nope, it's just carrots.
Yeah,
celery. There you go.
Carrots. Yeah, we talked about that. We also talked about how a woman burnt. Was it 10,000? Was it 10,000 or 3,000?
It was 10,000 shekels, which is
Israel money,
which is which I didn't even know was still being used, which is $3,000 when you convert it.
Yeah, so she burnt a lot of money to disinfect it from COVID.
Yeah, she bleached it and then put it in the microwave.
Yeah,
and file that. Now we know I don't normally bleach anything and put it in there.
Yeah. But now you just have an excuse to not clean the microwave.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to catch stuff on fire. So.
Yeah, I don't understand how it caught on fire. Is it
maybe the bleach?
The bleach just burn it up, I guess.
Do you want to try it? Yeah. We probably have some bleach.
Here. No one here, and also no one wants to give up any cash.
Yeah, you're right. You're like $1.
Just get a shirt or something.
Yeah.
Because money is made out of cotton, right? That's why you can run it through have you ever run money through the wash? And then it comes out still fine?
A legal or an illegal washing way?
Yeah.
Like it's just in the laundry.
Like a
not money laundering. No.
You got to be specific, Hudson. I don't know what you're telling me not to do.
A bill in the pocket of your pants.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it shrinks a little bit? No,
it comes out just fine.
Just a little bit.
Think if you've ever left paper in your pants, that paper doesn't come out fine if you wash it. But the money will, and that's because it's made out of cotton or something like that.
Well, we had a listener who was, after we talked about this lady, she said that where she worked, this guy would come in and he would lick his money before he would hand it in, like his cash. He would lick both sides of the bills.
Was that like a power move from him or something? Was he trying to mentally abuse the employees of where he was going?
It's like mansplaining, but worse.
Yeah.
With money.
It's like technically not illegal.
But gross.
Yeah, but you probably should be. It probably should be.
Yeah, we also talked about how if your name is Mike, you might want to be on the lookout because your car could be in danger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a woman, her car got actually wrongfully vandalized. and it looked pretty terrible.
So there's a couple of other options, though, at the end when we don't cover it. But one is she's lying and she wanted to get a new car. So, she just made this up. Second is she's the other woman.
Yeah.
And maybe the ex-girlfriend of Mike was confused about the vehicles and ended up taking out hers. But either way, you really need to highlight the true gem of this story is the newscaster guy.
Yeah, he's great. His name is Pat Collins. And, normally you see newscasters out and about on the streets and they're all very straight-laced. Pat Collins, he really seems to have, he's having fun with his reporting.
It seems like he'd be the one going to like a turkey wedding or something like that where they just have a fun
dog fashion show type thing. Yeah, but he embraces it,
and he's not allowed to go do anything else.
Yeah, no, he's not allowed to do the actual serious stuff. This was like a kind of like bordering the line.
Well, kudos to you, Pat Collins.
Yes, we think you're funny.
Getting the job done and having fun with it.
Well, thanks for joining us for today's podcast. Make sure you say hi and join us, RadioU Riot on Facebook. Our YouTube channel is also there. Or if you go to RadioU Official on Instagram and RadioU Official on TikTok. And we'll just keep marching towards Thanksgiving this week, guys.
Yeah. We will, Isaiah and I will catch you next time.
Okay, have a good
vacation,
Bye.
Nikki.
This is the Riot RadioU.
I have a survey here where a company called Solitaired, they asked 1,100 American adults where they use their phone, and the answer is basically everywhere.
Is there no place sacred?
Yeah, no place is sacred. No place is safe from a cell phone user. And to be honest with you, I think the way this whole thing is framed is a little unfair because they asked people like, do you use your cell phone during a wedding? And about half of people said yes. But I mean, one, weddings are really long. So of course there's a chance you could pull out your phone too. Doesn't that count using your phone to take pictures? Because a lot of people do that. So I don't think it's fair to be like, oh, can you believe people are using their phones at weddings?
Well, they're saying that, cell phones is not technically the right term because no one's making a call during this stuff.
Right.
But instead on your smartphone, they say that you'll bring that anywhere.
Yep.
And it's not really considered rude at any point. Like it maybe used to.
Yeah.
So if you're in a moment of boredom or you see the opportunity, that could include a funeral or a wedding or anything that might normally have been
How
a
long
no-no
are these
place.
vows going to take?
Exactly. They say that smartphones, that's what you do. You just open an app or a game and no one wants to be bored anymore.
No, yeah. It is kind of I can see how it's an unhealthy habit to anytime you get a moment where you're like, well, I can't just sit here and think or observe what's going on. So let me whip out my phone and see what's going on TikTok or Instagram. Even though you should definitely follow at RadioU Official on both of those platforms.
Well, if you have it open, you might as well.
Right.
They say this one's funny. 99% of people use your phone while watching television on its own.
Well, of course.
I totally do.
Yeah.
78%. So you'll browse an app while you're out, like in a concert or if you're out doing something else.
Yeah. But again, that's like, well, if you're at a concert, I don't agree with it, but a lot of people just use their phones to take pictures and videos of the show. I don't think that's nobody wants to watch it after the fact, so I don't know why you're doing it. But that's not exactly just scrolling through. But here's the one that stuck out to me though, Nikki, is that more than half of the people they surveyed said they've used their phone on the toilet for so long.
Oh, their legs.
That their legs and butt have gone numb from sitting there longer than maybe they needed to. Just for the purpose of going to the bathroom.
Hey, listen, time flies no matter where you're at. Sometimes you get lost and you fall in like a YouTube or a TikTok world.
Yeah.
And before you know it, your legs are numb and you've been in the bathroom forever.
I don't use TikTok at the work bathrooms because I don't want people to hear. I don't want somebody to be waiting to go to the bathroom and they're like, what's that noise in there?
Well, you can always just play it off that, yes, you're working on RadioU Official.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm editing a video.
You're editing a video.
Well, that'd also be weird for them to just hear me talk like my voice over and over again in the bathroom. That'd be pretty odd too. I'm going to admit this. I've never sat so long that my legs and butt have gone numb, although I do know I'm going to out JR because he's mentioned this on his show that he does that routinely.
All the time?
Routinely,
Yeah.
which is concerning. I wonder if there's long-term effects to that. But what happens to me is my legs will get stuck to the toilet seat if I sit there long enough.
Like it'll stick?
You know, like if you wear shorts on a vinyl chair or whatever, and your legs will get stuck and you're like sweaty, that's what'll happen to my legs.
Oh, you know the time's
They don't go
up
numb.
then.
Yeah, right. When I stand up and the toilet seat stands up with me, that's when I know it's been too long.
They say that nearly 9 in 10 people use their phones while walking on the sidewalk. 73% you'll use your phone while you're walking your dog. 42% admit to looking at your phones if you're crossing the street, or a third say that they'll use a smartphone even while biking or skating.
Yeah, that's where you need to.
And then they say 44% of those who have, come clean and said they're using their phone during all these things have hurt themselves.
Of course.
By falling or running into something while they've been distracted.
Well, yeah, if you're we see stories pretty frequently of people that like run into poles, fall into manholes, things like that. So
gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
Hudson sees the glass as half empty. But get this. He thinks a glass half empty is good. The Riot. Radio U.
You're listening to the RadioU Christmas channel. It's Thanksgiving, perhaps, and you're chowing down on some Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit stuffing. How's that sound?
I don't know. I feel like it could be good. I guess I'm not a huge fan of the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
You aren't?
I'm not.
That's a problem.
I'm not. I think it's probably really good in a stuffing, though. So
it could be.
I bet you that tastes good.
It sounds like it should be good.
Are you supposed to just go to the store and get a bunch of biscuits and then make it into stuffing?
Yeah, pretty much. Either that or you go to Red Lobster, and I don't know I'm sure there's some way if you wanted to order Red Lobster to go, they would just give you a bunch of Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Why don't you just order a bunch of waters?
Yeah, water and biscuits.
Be like,
it should be free.
I know at that point you're like, do I have to pay for this? I'm making. You go and tell them you're like, this is my Thanksgiving dish that I'm making for my mom.
Hey, you could be the star of the Thanksgiving. And so Red Lobster put out a recipe if you wanted to make Cheddar Bay biscuit stuffing. And so I like the idea. I don't think I like their execution of it because listen to this. So you start off with 12 Cheddar Bay biscuits. Yeah. You need to tear them all up, okay? Then, in addition to that, you need 6 cups of bread.
Oh, like the...
Just regular, whatever bread you so choose.
But isn't the biscuits the bread?
It's part of the bread.
So you need more bread?
Yeah. And doesn't that make it sound like 12 biscuits and 6 more cups of bread? It sounds like you're cooking stuffing for a whole football team here.
But that's all stuffing is. Stuffing is just a bunch of bread.
Yeah, it is, but that's a lot. This is
serving 8 to 12 people.
It sounds like it should serve a lot more. So also, in addition to that, you're going to need a cup of butter, and then you're going to need yellow onion, celery, which is a no, carrots, which doesn't need to be in stuffing either. None of that stuff needs to be in the stuffing.
It's usually in stuffing. You just don't know it.
Well, it's got to be really chopped up fine.
Maybe
and
not
in the pictures,
carrots,
the
but
carrots
the
definitely are not. You don't need that in a stuffing. Carrots don't even have flavor. Why are you doing this?
All right. Well, okay. You're looking at the stuffing, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't see the carrots in there?
I see them.
Okay, good.
That's what I'm saying. I see the carrots. They're too big.
They're too big.
What are they doing in there? Carrots are... they don't even, like with the celery, you can say, well, it adds flavor, and the onion too. Carrots don't have a flavor.
Well, then
keep them out of the stuffing.
How about this? You don't do this one. You don't bring the Cheddar Bay biscuit stuffing. That's not your Thanksgiving.
I want Cheddar Bay biscuit stuff. I love Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Then just eat the biscuits.
That's a good point.
Just skip the stuffing.
Right.
Someone else Hudson's family. Attention, Hudson's family. Yeah. Someone else do the stuffing, and Hudson will bring biscuits.
I'll just bring the biscuits.
That's it. That's all he wants to do.
You can get the kit, and it's not that expensive at the grocery store. So I'll just do that.
You can make your own?
Yep. And I don't even need stuffing. Well, you get the Cheddar Bay biscuits, and you put some gravy on them. Who knows?
Oh,
who knows?
I got like the Costco party pack of Hawaiian rolls, especially for like leftovers after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that'll be good.
You could do that, but just you're getting the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah, that's that. Oh, you make your post thing. It's not going to have a lot of structural integrity.
I know, but you can hold on to it.
After Thanksgiving, you put your leftovers in a sandwich with the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Mm-hmm. Hey, heck. this thing is Cheddar Bay biscuits and bread, so just put the Cheddar Bay biscuits with the leftovers in a sandwich.
Perfect.
Between 2 pieces of bread. Who's going to say no to that?
All right, so that's the plan for Hudson's family or for whatever you guys are doing this week.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Earlier today, we learned that Isaiah traveled to Cleveland to not actually go to the Browns game, just to watch it in Cleveland.
I think the Browns knew you were there.
They did.
And that's all they needed.
Exactly. That was that extra motivation boost to get them to barely beat the 0-8 Lions.
Hey, did you just not want to go to the game, or were they?
I just didn't. I didn't have tickets. It was like a last-second thing on Saturday night. One of my friends was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, might as well go." And then we went and had a fantastic time with a couple of our buddies.
That's great.
See, that's the difference between you and me. I think you have friends.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
You're like, yeah, I'll just go do something. That does sound fun.
I'm with you, Nikki.
We need more friends.
Yeah. We never do things on a whim.
That's all right.
So with the Browns winning, they did win. It was a close call, though.
Yes.
But what is up with Baker Mayfield's wife, Emily Mayfield? Apparently she has been trashing the rest of the team on Instagram. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And some are saying that it's like a normal thing that she normally does.
She's done this a couple times so far throughout the season, and it's just honestly embarrassing for her, I think, to even do this. Like, I don't understand why she feels the need to defend Baker so hard. Like, what it says is, like, she didn't even, like, put it out there. She like reposted somebody else's post, and it said like no one better say anything about Baker after this game. I don't think I've seen toughness like this in a while because he's playing through an injury. And it says maybe the rest of our team should take the hint and get tougher.
So Baker Mayfield is the quarterback for the Browns?
Yes.
And this is his wife?
Yes.
Because people have been making comments about
his play.
Yeah, he hasn't been exactly the best. Now, granted, Isaiah's watched the games. He has better insight than I do because I have better things to do than watch the Browns and the Lions.
Yeah. You'd hate to see one playoff team playing a bad team, you know?
Well, it seems like this is pretty common, though, of people who have significant others who are saying things online.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't imagine that help your, like camaraderie, like the friendship, the locker room stuff. Like, I can't see that actually helping the teammate situation.
Well, it'd be a really weird situation for us if my wife was on Twitter or Instagram. And it's like, can you believe Nikki on the show?
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
Can you believe? I think she needs to get a little bit tougher. It's getting a little bit ridiculous.
She needs some friends.
Yes.
Definitely be an odd work environment. I don't know. We'd probably all like uncomfortably not address it. Is what I'm assuming, which would make it even more uncomfortable. But I bet you the Browns in football, like you got a bunch of, they always say like alpha males, like they probably don't really worry about criticism too much, even if it is from Baker Mayfield's wife. But still, it maybe reflects maybe what Baker wouldn't want this to be what the other guys are thinking that he's thinking. So that would create a tough environment.
And like if it was me, I would be mad at it. Like if I was Baker, I'd be mad. Like, can you just stop posting? Get off of Twitter.
You don't
get
have
off of
to do
Instagram
that.
during the game. Like I don't need you to defend me. Like I'm going out there and I'm playing. I'm doing fine. We won the game. Like it does not matter. Please stop posting things for the good sake of the Lord. Please stop posting.
You don't want to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me and Aaron Rodgers. He's just like, stop. You don't have to defend me. I'll defend myself on the field with my outstanding play. And he does just that.
It just is, again, someone not into football as much as you guys, but don't you always feel like the quarterback gets the most attention anyways?
Oh, yeah.
So then if the quarterback is getting even more attention,
I
don't feel like this is what we call negative attention.
Yes.
And it probably doesn't help for all the other players.
And it's really, in football, the quarterback is such a unique position because it's hard to criticize your other teammates when you are the one that orchestrates everything, you know? There is some room for if a receiver's constantly dropping the ball or you have a terrible offensive line. Like, you can't take 100% of the blame, but at the same time, it's your job to make everybody else better since everything runs through you.
So how about this? Everybody pledge if you have a special someone that they don't say anything about your work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your teammates, your workmates, your friends, anything like that. It's better to not say anything at all.
Yes. Just keep it off of, again, you don't have to post.
No.
You can easily just, do that thing. You write up the email, you write up the post, and then you just...
Oh, you delete it?
Discard.
Delete it.
Discard. Even save as draft if you want. That makes you feel better. But don't press send.
That's
Who
good.
says that? Is that a Stephen A. Smith thing?
Yes.
Somebody. Don't press send.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
This is a PSA for you that if you're still concerned about COVID-19, you really want to be careful about getting it. That's fine. But you do not need to light your money on fire to keep yourself safe from it.
I think I'd be like, well, I'll just take the risk, but I'm not burning my money.
Yeah, that's exactly what a woman in Jerusalem, as in the city in Israel, did. She burned 10,000 shekels.
Yeah.
Which to convert that to U.S. dollars would be over $3,000.
Oh, she burned them?
She set it on fire, trying to disinfect it from COVID-19. And so now that 10,000 shekels, that $3,000, that's all gone.
So wait, why? I wonder why, because maybe the money was in contact with someone who had COVID, or she just wasn't, she's 74, so she's an older individual. She collected the banknotes. She was wearing gloves, put them in a bowl with bleach.
Yeah, so it was accidental here.
Microwaved them, and that set them on fire.
I didn't know. This is good to know, I guess.
That?
You put bleach in the microwave, it starts a fire?
I guess I wouldn't have tried it.
No, me neither. Be very careful cleaning your microwave from now on.
I thought the bleach would have been enough, but she wanted
Yeah,
hot
right.
bleach.
Uh-huh.
She wanted it more. She notified the Bank of Israel about the incident. She intended to replace the money, but noted that she wasn't able to with her bank.
She was going to replace the money? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
So
I have no idea.
What? She's going to... I don't even know. Where you... It just doesn't... I don't understand
I think
this.
because she's older, then it became news that she thought with COVID and stuff and with cash to do this. So the Bank of Israel has said after investigating, they're going to reimburse the money to her.
Lucky her.
She'll get the $3,000 back. It's almost like if your grandma fell into a scam and lost money, sometimes the banks will help if it's an elderly person. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't work for me for some reason.
Well, no, because they're like, you should have known better.
I'm going to say, oh no, I just happened to bleach and microwave my money too. It was like about $10,000.
In case you didn't know, it is unlikely to catch COVID through cash.
Yeah.
And I guess it's safe with us. We never carry cash.
Yeah, that's right.
Very rarely do we carry it.
And you know what? If you're carrying cash, I think that COVID-19 is one of the least of your worries because they always say, cash circulates around for years, a few years before it winds up getting taken out of circulation. And they always say, and this is one of those things, is it really true or not? They always say that like every dollar bill has cocaine on it.
Really?
Yeah, you never heard that?
I've heard that it just has so many germs.
Yeah, it has to.
But I always thought it was like it's so many germs that it cancels it out. Like you're safe to touch it because there is so much on there. But I didn't know about the cocaine part.
Yeah, I bet you... Well, I bet you today that's not true. I don't know if that was ever true, but it's definitely a thing you hear about all the time. Or like not all people aren't constantly saying, "Hey, there's cocaine on these dollar bills," but it's a old
figure of
thing.
speech?
Yeah, a thing that I've heard for a long time that from multiple different people that you just hear. It's like there's cocaine on money. Did you know? Is that a reason that everybody should like? What are we going to start like sniffing the money?
Dude, you don't want to put your nose close to the cash.
No, you don't. The cocaine, whatever small traces of cocaine you get on there,
I guess
there's all those other germs you got to worry about.
It's a good reminder to always check with the older people in your family. Maybe when you see them on Thursday for Thanksgiving.
What? Wait a minute. You're going to insult your Hey, Grandma, just want to make sure you're not out there burning money.
You don't bring it up to them that way. You just say, hey, I heard this. We should always remember to never bleach and microwave our money. So you don't want to blame them.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure that they recognize and realize to not do this to cash.
You just share the story with them. No explanation needed.
You're just talking to your grandparents.
Yeah. Forward it. Do it in a way they understand. Forward it in an email to them.
The Riot Podcast.
RadioU.
Have you taken out your turkey yet?
Actually, I did yesterday.
You did?
I did. I'm seeing the first thing because Eric's making a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Is he smoking it?
He is. He's going to smoke it.
Oh, baby.
But I love that it's like never thaw your turkey by leaving it out on the counter, which is what I did.
No, Nikki.
Eric, put it back in. Put it back in the fridge.
It's got to, thaw in the fridge.
That's the problem, though. If it's super, I think my fridge I must keep colder. Because anytime I try to thaw out something in the fridge, it just stays cold enough to still say, like, not totally frozen, but it's not thawing out enough.
It needs to be under 40 degrees, though. You don't want to turn your fridge up because this is according to the CDC. They put out a bunch of turkey safety tips.
I'm texting Eric.
They're not even talking about like deep frying your turkey. They just don't want you to get bacteria on your turkey before you cook it. So they say,
it'll smoke out.
Never thaw your turkey by leaving it out on the counter because if it's between 40 degrees and 140 degrees, they call that the danger zone.
The turkey danger zone?
Yeah. Turkey in the danger zone.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't want that.
I'm going to sing
as
that
fun
when
as the
I go
song,
home,
as fun as the song is.
Hey, CDC, could you stop telling us things that we just keep doing wrong? Because that's all we get.
Yeah, right. Why don't? Well, they're trying to give you constructive criticism about your turkey thawing habits. I mean, they were the ones coming out and saying, I guess this was 2 days ago, that if you have a 20 to 24 pound turkey, you wanted to put that out like Saturday to start thawing. It takes a while.
It does.
Especially when you're doing it in the fridge, but that's the safe way to do it. The other thing is, who has that much room in their fridge? Like mine's already crammed enough.
Oh, to put the turkey in?
We did just have National Clean Out Your Fridge Day, so I guess I should have done that if I was going to thaw turkey, which I'm not in charge of it. But now I know.
Tell your mom.
I need to text my mom.
And tell her that.
Yeah, let her know.
They also say the biggest thing, too, where a lot of us could get sick around Thanksgiving is because we'll eat leftovers for usually way longer than you're supposed to. You're supposed to make sure you refrigerate your leftovers right away.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to heat up your leftovers to the proper temperature. And they only last so long depending on what you're eating. But I know a lot of us will just let those go away into next week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We don't eat. You know what? We've been doing just fine eating our leftovers the way we've been doing it all these years. I think we can still make it work.
I don't think I've gotten sick from something I've made at home. I only get sick from things that I go to a restaurant and eat. So I think we're doing it pretty good.
We're doing good. The other thing I did want to point out is the CDC says to not wash or rinse your turkey either. Did you do that?
I knew that. I know that one because they say if you make chicken, you're not actually supposed to wash your chicken.
Yeah.
That just sprays the germs everywhere.
Yeah, right.
And so if you, because I learned that with making, because I'll do chicken wings at home, you're not supposed to wash them
You don't
off.
wash them.
You're
No.
not supposed to.
Even if you need to kind of quick thaw them, you keep them in the package and run the water, but don't open things up until you think they're thawed and ready to go. But
this
I will
is why
tell
we
you,
don't make more things.
Because it's too dangerous?
Yeah, because
we can't be trusted?
Well, you never know. You're like rolling the dice on what you're going to get sickness-wise.
Can I tell you that, so they say not to wash or rinse your turkey, right? My grandma used to soak the turkey unwrapped, and she would put it in a bath of water and soak it there to thaw it for at least a day ahead of time.
That's okay. Well, I mean, you're putting it in a brine, or was it just water?
Oh, no, it was not fine. It was not.
It was just water?
Yeah, I mean, somehow we all survived. We're still here. She didn't, but it wasn't because of that, as far as we know.
Did she put it in a bathtub, or?
No, she just filled up her sink with water.
And just left it out?
And just left the turkey out, unwrapped.
Again,
why, if you want to thaw it, why not leave it wrapped, right?
You could.
At least, and then,
Listen,
but no.
Your grandmother's not here to
defend
herself.
Again, somehow all of the rest of us have survived.
We live.
She didn't make it.
But she didn't die because that. No.
No, it wasn't because of that.
It wasn't. You're scaring people just in case.
So,
all right, well, just do this, okay? Most people, just have someone else make the turkey, all right? Just better that way.
Yeah, but maybe look over their shoulder. Or, I guess if you don't even know,
then
right?
You're fine.
Ignorance is bliss when it comes, and so is turkey.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
I've got a story here from the D.C. area where we have somebody went ahead and I guess they went through a tough relationship.
Angry.
Yeah. Things didn't end the way that they maybe wanted it to. And so they wanted to get their revenge. Yeah. It looks like they sideswiped the car or something. I mean, it looks like that, but they clearly did it intentionally. I'm guessing they, baseball bat, something like that.
Yeah.
So what this person did, and I don't think they've been caught, is they vandalized a car. They spray painted on the car, "Mike is a cheater," and, screwed the whole side of the car up. Problem is, they got the wrong car.
Oh,
it wasn't Mike's car at all.
It looks like they even took a baseball bat to the windows and stuff and to the mirrors on the side. So they did a pretty good amount of damage to it.
Yeah. What do you make of this, Isaiah?
I don't know. This looks pretty terrible. Like, they literally destroyed the car. Like, the car is, the whole back window's out.
It's gone.
Yeah.
The mirrors on the sides are gone. And then the thing that's really tough is that person was just probably coming out and getting ready to go to work or whatever.
Yeah.
To walk out to their car just completely destroyed for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed, too, because it's like, that's not me!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not Mike. I'm not a cheater.
Yeah. Your neighbors are all like, what did he or she do? Like, why is their car vandalized so badly?
And you gotta go to your insurance and explain all this stuff.
Yeah, and the problem is you don't even know who did it. So it's all on your insurance to take care of it. And then I don't know if either of you guys got to see the news report about this, but the news reporter, he's something else. This is like the end of his news report where he was after he had interviewed the woman and everything. Listen to this.
Mike. See what you've done? I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are, but you may want to start changing your ways. Or changing your name.
No.
Change your name.
I think I like the most the car honking in the background.
Yeah, the car honking in the background.
The guy was filming for the news. His name is Pat Collins for NBC4 in Washington.
He also, he's right in the lady's face of who has the car and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a character. Let's just say that. He's a character.
He seems, I think he'd be fun.
Yeah. It feels like he used to be someone who did more in-studio stuff, and now that he's older and, quirky and stuff.
He's
the
Mike.
Send him out into the field, and then the next step will be he's retiring.
Yes. Oh.
Well, remember, if you're going to damage someone's car, you want to make sure you get it right.
Make sure you get the right vehicle.
I wonder if the person out there, the perpetrator, if they see this on the news and they feel super bad.
And if they come forward?
I don't think
they will not come forward. No chance.
No way.
They're like, oh, yeah, so that was me.
Yeah.
Do you think that Mike is still going to, he has, nothing's actually happened to Mike? He's pretty much got through here scot-free, apparently.
I wonder if the person who, in DC now, all of the mics are on notice.
Yeah.
You got to watch
worried.
out because the person who did this, they know. They've seen the news report. Now they know they got the wrong car, so they're still out there to get revenge, right?
Well,
yes.
The question is, did she get the X or whatever? Is that the car though? Meaning that's the make and model?
You would think.
You
right?
would have to think. You
if
think
you
you
had
would
a
know?
Relationship with Mike.
So
yeah,
at this point,
you would know what car he was driving.
We're looking for a Mike who has
that car.
So suddenly it's going to be a little bit easier to find out who this person is.
The internet is going to find Mike.
Oh yeah.
And his car is going to get vandalized because he's a cheater.
Because that would be the person just picked the wrong person's car, but that was the correct make and model.
You have to assume. So you better be if you're out there, you could start changing your ways or changing your name.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
And there's actually a TikTok about this very story that's been going around. In Canada, we have a Quebec zoo where a flamingo got out.
Aww.
Yeah, don't worry. The flamingo,
He's safe.
End of the story is, and in the TikTok, it shows that the flamingo has been caught, returned to the zoo, safe and sound.
I didn't know if someone got confused for there's no Thanksgiving in Canada, but still, like a...
What? No, it passed a long time ago. Yeah.
A Canadian flamingo or a Thanksgiving or a Christmas flamingo.
Ooh, I wonder how that would taste.
Oh, I think that would be awful.
Why?
Well, because...
Just because it doesn't have meat on its legs doesn't mean the rest of it wouldn't taste just fine.
Actually, the body probably looks like you could just make it look like a turkey.
Yeah.
You're just like, where's the other wings?
You just have to cut off the neck.
Yeah, that would be a telling sign.
Yeah. Well, maybe the neck. I don't know what you could do with that. You chop that off, maybe deep fry that real nice. It could be good.
I don't want to think anymore.
Use it as a sausage casing or something.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, so the flamingo escaped. They did not make an example of the flamingo by doing anything untoward. Yeah, he's still alive.
You wouldn't know, though, if you went because they're all looking the same.
Right. That's true. They could easily get away with it. But so considering this was in Canada, how about you take one guess to where the flamingo went as soon as it escaped?
Did it go to a Tim Hortons?
It sure did.
Yeah, he knew what to do.
That flamingo, I'm thinking... flamingos aren't native to Canada, right?
No.
So that it's been enclosed in this zoo for so long, and what has it probably heard? Every guest coming up that comes into the zoo is always talking about Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons. The flamingo heard all of the hype, and finally he made his escape, and he's like, I got to find out what this is all about. And then he got there and they didn't have shrimp or anything, so he probably was very disappointed. But that flamingo, he's just trying to see what life is like outside of the zoo in Canada. What better place to go than Tim Hortons?
The Tim Hortons was the next door to the zoo thing. I think it probably that was as far as it went.
You just think it was a coincidence?
It just happened to make its way to the Tim Hortons. It was really in the Tim Hortons parking lot.
So he was trying to go through the drive-thru, maybe.
Yeah, maybe how's drive-thru things in Canada compared to here?
It's even more necessary because it's so cold, right?
Here, it's a mess everywhere. Yeah. So he was just waiting in line.
Yeah, and Tim Hortons, it was probably wrapped around the building in Canada.
So the flamingo is fine. The flamingo allowed zookeepers to approach it, and they returned it safely to its home. They must have loved this. This is good social media stuff.
Yeah, right.
They weren't mad.
There's nobody criticizing them on social media. How come you don't take better care of your animals?
They just wanted to go.
How come you aren't protecting the flamingos from this mean, nasty world?
Outside?
The mean world of Tim Hortons?
I was going to say, it's fine. It enjoyed its trip out.
The polite world of Canada?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the flamingo, again, is good, and everything is all back as it should be.
Next time he escapes, he's going to go to a hockey game.
Oh, gosh. Actually, they should just start taking it out.
Yeah.
This should be one of those, zoo animals they go and travel and do classes with. It just wants to go out and see things.
Yeah, come on. Let him see the world.
Let it go to a hockey game.
Yeah, he can be the mascot.
Get a donut from Tim Hortons. That's all it needs.
He'll be an ambassador for the zoo.
Why pay for so many streaming services that you don't really care about when you can not really care about the Riot for free? RadioU.
Yeah, Isaiah, grab your headphones there.
Good morning,
You'll need
Isaiah.
them to hear us.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have two questions for you.
Yeah.
One, did you see Clifford the Big Red Dog yet?
I have not seen that movie
come
yet.
on.
No.
Hudson is so fixated on the fact that we just, casually said one time, it's not supposed to be that bad, and that's turned into we must see it.
Isaiah, did you say something like, I treasured Clifford the Big Red Dog growing up or something?
Yeah, I loved Clifford, as did most kids that were normal, I think.
Yeah. So
pretty typical thing, I think. If you were a little kid, you probably liked Clifford.
So when you were so excited, I was hoping you would actually go see it so you could report back.
No, I haven't even seen movies in theaters that I really, really want to see.
Yeah,
so let alone a movie that I think looks okay.
Letting me down.
It's never going to happen, Hudson.
Yeah. Right. You know what's going to happen? I'll be the one to see Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, it'll be Hudson, not us.
The other question was, we are listening to your news, and this is the first time we get to talk to you. Are you also a little stuffy?
No, not at all. I have clear.
Well, sorry to insult you then.
I have a clear. Yeah, thank you for telling me I have a nasally voice on the radio. That's fantastic. No, I have a clear nose. So I did. My voice is a little rough today. Just yesterday, I went to Cleveland for the Browns game.
Wow.
Just on a whim, I just went and didn't even go to the game. just kind of bounce around up there,
really?
and just for the atmosphere.
Just for the fun.
It was a great rainy day, so I went up there for that. It was awesome.
Now wait, remember we said we got to take it easy over the weekend so that you guys all feel better.
Yeah.
Every time we turn around.
Hey, I took it easy.
I know, and you're still sick though.
I know. It still didn't work.
I'm good today. My voice is just a little bit raspier than usual, but I think once I wake up a little bit more, it'll open
good.
up. Yeah.
For the Cleveland game, is it so you were cheering a lot?
Yeah, I was cheering a lot. Yeah, yelling in anger and anguish and happiness when we barely won.
You did. Yeah, you did win.
And that's all that matters.
Against Tim Boyle and the Lions.
That is all that matters.
Let me tell you, it's because of Isaiah. So if you're
Exactly.
a Browns fan, you need to be thankful and grateful that he got and went over there.
He cheered them on to the extra 3 points they needed
Exactly.
to escape against the Lions.
Well, if anybody else is awake now and your throat's a little scratchy or your nose is a little stuffed up, let's just focus on relaxing and healing and feeling better this week.
You think we can get a humidifier in here?
You want that?
A humidifier.
Well,
Maybe
you can also just put a bowl a bowl of water near the vent and stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like a mess waiting to happen.
Well, it'll just spill on the carpet. It's
Yeah, it won't be a big deal at all.
It's just water.
Yeah.
No one will notice it. But when we walked in, too, it's really hot in our studios this morning.
Yeah.
Even though the temperature seems like it's the normal one, it's just very hot. So I don't know if that's going to help you or not.
Maybe we should crack a window.
I definitely don't think
It's a little bit too cold for that, I think.
You guys are crazy.
No, a little too cold for
Why don't you
that.
go sit near the open window and see how your nose is after
yeah, clear it right up. Open up all the pores and the nasal passages. Going to be great.
I just want everybody to feel okay this week, all right? We got a lot of stuff this week.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good this week.
Right,
Last week I
Isaiah's
felt
good.
awful, but this week I feel a lot better, so I feel
right.
good. 100% again, which is nice.
I blame you.
Oh, you
for my
for,
I don't think it feels like
it was
you
not
have
me.
what he
No,
had.
way different.
No.
Way different. I wasn't even congested. I had no congestion whatsoever. I was just super sick.
Well,
I just had the chills nonstop.
Different people interact with different sicknesses different ways.
Just stay over
It's a
there.
different thing.
What are the odds that we would both be sick 1 week apart?
It's the fall. It's
Stay away.
Weather's changing. There's so many variables. We can't narrow it down to one thing.
The Riot promise is that they'll always have an opinion on everything they talk about. But that doesn't mean any of their opinions will make sense. This is The Riot on Radio U.
The holidays are coming up. It's an old classic trick in broadcasting. You start off by saying something obvious that everybody knows. The holidays are coming up.
We know it.
Yeah.
We know it to be true.
It hooks you in, doesn't it? You're like, yeah, the holidays are coming up.
And with that, it's going to be a week. I mean, you get Thanksgiving this Thursday.
Yeah, it is going to be a busy one. And I know for the holidays that there's almost regardless of your family situation, I feel like the holidays are difficult for people because either there's somebody that you have to see over the holidays that you're probably like, I can't stand them. Or there's somebody that, I really wish I could be with this person over the holidays, and for whatever reason, it's not going to work out. So it can be a tough time for almost everybody. Sometimes I think the idea that we're all going to be arguing over politics at the table, that gets really overblown.
But
I know some families are like that.
It could be, or if not, it's just the stress of the unknown.
Yeah.
I know people that are stressed about the unknown of Thursday and who are also stressed about the unknown of Christmas, and you're not even through Thanksgiving
Yeah,
yet.
right?
But it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of stress and for all kinds of various different reasons. And we all know this. But what we don't all probably seem to know is, how do we cope with it? How do we handle it? Where can we turn? Because these are the people a lot of times that are closest to you, many of them. And it's like, well, I can't complain to them about, about having to deal with them. Yeah. So who do I turn to? And I want to let you know that God sees your problems and God sees the stress that you have to deal with, and God can help with it. God is ready to listen whenever you have anything to say where you're like, man, I just really can't stand this person. I don't know why they're acting like this. I don't know why I have to spend so much time with them. I don't know why I can't see this person. I'm really bummed about that. Whatever it is, God is ready to listen and to help you out. And you might be thinking, well, that kind of sounds like a therapist. I can already do that. Yeah, but here's the thing. One, you have to pay for a therapist. Two, even if your therapist really, really, really does care, it's still a job to them. So no matter how much they care, they can't care as much as God does about you. And also, by the way, I'm not saying don't talk to a therapist. It's like, if you need to, I'm just saying God is another level and a lot more accessible And God has even more answers than your therapist is going to. So all that to say, if you're ready or nervous about the ramping up of the holidays and all that comes along with that, God gets it. Jesus is ready to help you handle that and give you whatever it is that you need, the patience, the whatever it is to deal with the people you got to deal with or deal with not being able to deal with the people you want to deal with. Whatever it is, Jesus is ready to help you with that. And all you need to do right now, you can just say, hey, God, I've got a lot going on over these holidays, a lot going on in life all the time, and I want some help with it. And he will do that for you because he loves you. If you want to know more, check out RadioU.com/free gift.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.